Gonna freshen up the whip, throw some new grips, brake pads, true the tire, get rid of these twist ties and put some new zip ties. Freshen up the brakes, throw some new pads on. These pads haven't been changed since I bought the bike in 2013, so it's been some time. Got some fresh Avid SRAM Elixir disc brake pads. The Elixir 1 brake. They work, no complaints. Pop off the caliper, see how, wow, pretty loose. Switching brake pads is really easy. Do it yourself, get it done. A little easy trick is, so some brake pads have a little cotter pin or a bolt with a little clip. Mine has a cotter pin, so you just gotta fold them out and slide them out. Getting the cotter pin out is always the hardest part. Bitch. Safe to say these pads were done. See this thing right here? Cotter pin junk. Throw it out. Plop the new Johnnies in. Never use a cotter pin again in the rest of my life because they suck. It's always important to get your fingers, the oils, all over the brake pads because it helps with stopping. So you know how it goes in true Avid brake fashion. One simple project turns into an all-day, multiple-day task. I went to compress the pistons and they wouldn't go any further to get the pads and the rotors together, so I had to unscrew up by the brake caliper and let some fluid out. So now I got air bubbles and now I'm gonna have to bleed the brakes, but that's gonna have to wait a few days. And then the cotter pin I was talking so much smack about, these aren't threaded, so I have to use a cotter pin again. So that's just how it goes, I guess. Working on brakes, but pads are in now. Now I just gotta do the cotter pin, bleed them, grips, and just do some other touch-up work. Still going to the right. Tighten. Find your new spot, then tighten, then tighten. You're gonna freshen up the whip. We got the new grips in, we got the ODIs, the lock-ons. I don't really have a preference for grips I run, I like any grips pretty much. As you can see right now, it's a good time to pop some new grips on. A little worn out. I like a thinner grip just because I feel like I'm holding on better. I don't like ones with a lot of squish where I can like roll my hand or anything like that. I like to feel locked in place. The little end cap broke off on this one, so now it's stuck in there, which is kind of be a little difficult to get out, but oh yeah. Got the bolts. So this one's personal preference if you want the ODI or the Ruffian in or out. See how they look. Just mock them up. Go like that. Let's go ODI in. So one thing I was doing is, if it's kind of an OCD thing, it doesn't matter. Make sure that the Allens are going the same way. I forgot to check that before I put them on, but it really doesn't matter. It's just a ease of access or OCD or style thing, but it doesn't really matter. And then once they're kind of snapped into place, it's really hard to get them off, so you're kind of stuck with what you got. I run a bunch of other brand grips on my other bikes. I really don't have a preference. They all work. I haven't really found one that I'm like, ooh, I have to have it for the rest of my life. So I just run whatever I did with the other grip. I don't know where I put it. It's already on the bike. Now these are small bolts, so you don't have to reef them down because you don't want to strip the threads or snap the bolt. Grips are on. Give them a little shake. Do they spin? No. Slide around? No. They feel good, nice and grippy. I guess that's about it. We got the fresh grips on, wheel trued up, new pads on. Unfortunately, we couldn't find zip ties, so we're still rocking the green twist ties because of the virus. All the stores are closed, so I can't buy zip ties right now, but we'll make do. I think in the future, if we got the all black RockShox fork, it would look sweet. Bike all murdered out. Right now it's the perfect time to work on your bikes just because most riding places are closed. You know, stay safe out there and looking fresh.